Approach, plan the ILS to 34 right.
We'll plan the ILS 34 right, United 1558.
Scotch 5258, turn right, heading 320, intercept the localizer, runway 34 right.
320, intercept localizer, 34 right, Scotch 5258.
Scotch 5573, maintain 170 knots, still course.
170 to course, Scotch 5573.
American 2511, reduce speed to 170, Denver will be 11 o'clock and 20 miles.
170, looking for the airport, American 2511.
04, you said you do have the airport 12 to 1 o'clock there?
We'll pick it up, we don't have it yet.
Say that experience again?
128.75 for Southwest 1128.
2875 for Southwest 1128.
1704.
Skywest City 57, maintain 170 knots till Franz, contact tower 133.3.
170 to Franz, tower 333, Skywest 5857, take care.
Along Southwest 780, reduce speed to 190.
3190, Southwest 780.
Skywest City 43, present heading join final, clear visual approach, runway 35 right.
Presenting to join, clear visual 35 right, Skywest 5843.
Altimeter 3009, expect visual 35 right.
Visual 35 right, 623.
Not a 1439, kind of approach 120.8.
120.8, United 1439, good day.
Good.
4 right, plan vectors to the ILS.
34 right, Southwest 398. 34 right, 170 to course, American 2511.
United 289, descend and maintain 900,000, fly heading 320, intercept the localizer, runway 34 right.
320 on the heading, descent to 9,000, clear intercept the localizer 34 right, United 29.
Skywest 5258, descend and maintain 900,000, Denver will be 12 o'clock, 20 miles.
9000, filled inside, Scotch 5258.
Skywest 5258, third visual approach, runway 34 right, maintain 210 knots.
Sky visual 34 right, 210 knots, Scotch 5258.
Southwest 780, I'm in the heading, sliding 260.
260, Southwest 780.
Mindy 1812, turn right heading 260.
Right, 260, Mindy 1812.
United 1439, stay speed.
210, last controller sign.
Southwest 780, descend, maintain 8,000, airport's 23 o'clock, 15 miles.
8000, filled inside, Southwest 780.
United 1704, contact tower 133.3, have a good day.
33, 1704, good day.
United 1671, fly heading 060.
180. Guys, 5258, reduce speed to 170 knots, still course.
170 to call, Scotch 5258.
How about a 13,000 and a present heading at 58?
United 289, fly heading 020, intercept the localizer, runway 34 right.
020, intercept localizer 34 right, which is intercepted, sir.
Speed 190, Southwest 780.
United 1439, descend, maintain 9,000, reduce speed to 190.
All right, down to 9,000 and slow to 190, United 1439.
Skywest City 43, contact tower 133.3.
33, Scott 58, 43, see you.
Desert 551, contact approach 120.8.
District 551.
United 289, cleared visual approach, runway 34 right.
What's the visual? 34 right, United 29, thank you, sir.
Medevac 9040, Hotel now cleared to Centennial via direct Denver VOR and depart Denver on a heading 220.
21.
Approach, roger. Mid 1812, the traffic's 12 to 1 o'clock, 5 miles of Southwest 737.
So look inside, the Mid 1812.
Mid 1812, roger. Expect to turn to follow that traffic here shortly.
Mid 1812.
1558, good day.
Okay.
At 1067 is what the out of 20 for 12 with the next is Romeo.
United 1067, have approached plan runway 34 right.
34 right, United 1067.
Southwest 398, fly present heading, maintain 13,000.
Present heading 13,000, Southwest 398.
40.
040, United 1671.
Maybe 1812.
Maybe 1812, what's the best speed you can give me to France today?
We'll get you 160 to France from maybe 1812.
Maybe 1812, that'll work just fine.
Okay, heading 270 down to 10,000, United 1558. On the ski one, our Denver arrival, landing 34 right, we have Romeo.
At 2285, Denver approach, plan runway 34 right.
34 right, we have Romeo, United 2285.
Southwest 398, at 13,000, reduce speed to 210.
At 13,000, slow 210, Southwest 398.
Southwest 398, contact approach 133.62.
3362, good day, Southwest 398.
Good day.
Approach 34 right, Skywest 4698. United 1671, descend and maintain 10,000.
10,000, United 1671.
At 1439, descend maintain 8,000, turn right heading 260.
Down 8,000, right 260, United 1439.
Flighting 280, vector to final approach, course, maintain 12,000.
Heading 280 and 12,000, Southwest 398.
United 1558, flighting 290.
Heading 290, United 1558.
United 1671, turn left heading 020, intercept the localized runway 34 right.
Left 020, intercept the localizer 34 right, United 1671.
Skywest 5381, contact number center 125.9er.
5 miles.
Insect, United 1439.
1439, turn right heading 325 to join the final clear visual approach, runway 35 right.
325 to join final clear for visual approach, runway 35 right, United 1439.
Digit 551, reduce speed to 190, descend maintain 8,000.
Reduce to 190, descend and maintain 8,000, exit 551.
5148, contact approach 120.8.
698.
620, Arkansas, you can expect that.
Skywest 5148 is 14.2, descending via Clash.
Skywest 5148, Denver approach, fly heading 280, vectors final, descend maintain 11,000.
280, descend maintain 11,000, Skywest 5148.
United 1439, maintain 170 knots till France.
170 to France, United 1439.
290 knots.
Maintain 290 knots and 234 right, Skywest 5830.
Skywest 5860, reduce speed to 250.
United 289, contact Denver Tower 128.75 today.
2875, United 289. Have a nice day, sir.
I'll try to proceed direct Pater.
Skywest 5860, Denver approach.
320, intercept the localized runway 34 right.
Okay, 320 to join the localizer, 1558.
United 1671, reduce speed to 170 knots till Ford.
170 to Cord, United 1671. 34 right, Skywest 5860.
60.
260, exit 551.
United 1439, contact Tower 133.3.
33-3, United 1439.
United 1558, Denver 1 o'clock, 20 miles.
Inside, United 1558.
United 1558, present heading, join the final approach course, cleared visual approach, runway 34 right.
President join, clear for the visual to 34 right, United 1558.
United 1067, descend and maintain 13,000.
13,000, United 1067.
Skywest 5800, Denver approach, plan runway 34 right.
Romeo, Skywest 5800.
Thank you.
Jet 551, turn right heading 325 to join final, clear visual approach, runway 35 right.
Clear for the visual 35 right, and we have that traffic in sight, executive 551.
Jet 551, roger 325 heading fall, the 737, clear visual approach, runway 35 right.
325 heading, clear for the visual 35 right, executive 551.
Forward, Unit 1558.
Skywest 4698, contact Denver Tower 128.75 today.
128.75, good day, Skywest 4698.
Southwest 398, turn right, heading 320, intercept the localizer, runway 34 right.
320, intercept the 34 right localizer, Southwest 398.
2285, contact approach 133.62.
33.3, reduced to 170, executive 551.
Got 5148, turn right heading 325, descend, maintain 8000.
325, descend, maintain 8,000, Skywest 148.
Southwest 398, Denver 1 o'clock, 20 miles.
Yes, sir, it's inside Southwest 398.
Southwest 398, present heading, join the final approach course cleared, visual approach, runway 34 right.
Present heading, join the final, clear the visual 34 right, Southwest 398.
United 1067, descend and maintain 2000.
2000, United 1067.
November 620, Echo Charlie, contact Denver approach 125.12.
Skywest 5830, reduce speed now to 250, resume public speed.
0 knots, then published speed, Skywest 5830.
Hey guys,
Runway 34 right.
don't know if it's economy
320, intercept the
from
localizer for
an airport that I've never flown out of, and we're going to fly to an airport that I've never flown to.
Southwest 398, reduce speed to 170.
It's really not a whole lot.
170 to court, Southwest 398.
Let me turn off this live feed. There's really not a whole lot to brief. We do have to figure out who to contact, how to contact, where to contact, because we know we're at an untowered field somewhere in, I don't know, where is this? This is in California. We're near Alturas. We're at California Pines Airport, Alpha 24. We got ourselves a little house here and table. It's pretty cool. And our personal jet. Now we'll go to, let's open up the door. And let me get this overlay working. Be Epic. No, Eclipse. ECL. Alright, that doesn't. EA50. There we go. Fly. Stream. There we go. Okay. So let's do some flight planning real quick. I know it's the boring stuff, but it's a necessary thing if you like realism. All right. So we are here at Goose, whatever. That's so we're at California Pines. So the Unicom is our CTAF is 123. Which I think I got that wrote down. Yeah. So that's how we'll talk to other people in the pattern. We're going to use the AAT AWAS, which is 7 miles northeast of our location, which is right here. AAT AWAS 124.175. So we'll use this for our weather. There's some mountains over here, so we have to keep an eye out on that. 10,300 clearance for that. There's no real airspace to worry about for our takeoff. We're going to get IFR in the air. It's just easier to do that, especially in VFR conditions, which this is. It's nice clear weather. So the question is, who do we call to get our IFR in the air? Because this doesn't have any information about who to call for clearance or anything like that. Most airports will have it, but this is such a small airport, I guess the ARTCC is Seattle. But let me see. So for reference, this is a VOR. So we'll use the, dang it. We'll use this as our reference to let ATC know where we are. So we'll dial in that frequency. So that would be AME DEE. So AMAD VOR 109.0, and that is AHC as the identifier. So we'll use that to let ATC know where we are in relation to this VOR. So we would be northwest probably. So we'll say I'm just writing down my notes so I can just read it later. It makes it easier to jot down what you're going to say on the radio. So we'll just say we're however many miles northwest of the AMD VOR. So then the next question would be, who do we contact? Looks like there's a little airport close to that that would use that. So the easiest way to do that is to pull up a chart, any chart that we'll do in this area. There's another way, but I didn't see. So Oakland Center, right here, 128.8 for this location. So we'll use Oakland Center 128.8. That's how we'll contact our ATC, and we'll pick up our IFR in the air using that frequency. So the other way you can do it, you can go to World Low and look for the blue stamps. So here's a blue stamp. Oakland, the fallen area, 128.8. So that's another example of how you can get the frequency for this neck of the woods. Seattle is up here, Klamath Falls. So this airport is technically Seattle, but by the time I get here, as soon as we cross this airway, pretty much we'll be in the Oakland area, I'm pretty sure. So we'll just go with Oakland because we'll be VFR until about here. Let's see what else I got. So if it's economy, going here to here, which is 017 is Grass Valley, Nevada County. Nevada County. It has a GPS approach, but the notes for Nevada County says you want to use airport remarks. Runway 725 slopes downhill to the west. Recommend traffic use runway 25. So we'll plan on doing left traffic for runway 25. We got 4,600 feet of runway, so that should be plenty. This is also an untowered field, and the CTAF for this is 122,725. 122,725. And AWAS is 121,325. 121,325 for that airport, and this is so NorCal approach would handle our arrival into this area, except I'll just do a visual to the airport because when they ask any approach, like you just say visual to the airport because they don't care what runway you use. The only thing they can do is vectors to an instrument approach. So in this case, they could give me vectors to Mergo if I asked for it, the initial approach fix. And then we would just use the LPV, but the weather's fine, and I'm not going to do that. I'll punch it in for visual reference, but I'm not going to actually fly it because the weather is decent. So that should cover the planning. So let's file the flight plan. So we'll do this. Come down here. I already got the fuel calculations. So I got like 180 gallons of fuel. That would be plenty. So go to PilotEdge. Just using a fix holds, which is right over the airport. We are slant golf. We're going to file 220 for the direction of flight will be even, because when you go west, it's even. If you go east, it's odd. If it's IFR, it's even. If it's VFR, it's even plus 500. So we're IFR, so we're going to start off VFR. So when we call in our clearance, our request for clearance will be at whatever altitude plus 500. So maybe this is like 10,000. So maybe, what is the altitude here? 40. So I don't know, maybe 85 or 10,500 we'll climb to before we get our clearance. It's probably 10.5. All right, 22 November 1399. We're in EA 50, and we're going A24 to that. So we'll go ahead and file the IFR flight plan. Then we can go to our map, make sure it shows up because we are why would that be Seattle? That's like right on the verge. Interesting. Okay, it's showing up. So do we go over those mountains? Let me see. You go to World VFR, it will show the mountains. So this is Beale Air Force Base. So yeah, we're going to be going over some mountains. So this should look nice. All right, flight plans on file. Come back over here. Let me reload the weather because sometimes the clouds don't properly set. All right, let's remove the covers. And we're going to go to FS Economy. And we're going to start our flight. Passengers, fuel is loaded. So we're going to do 2 adults, a kid, and 50 kilograms of cargo. And that is just fine. So then we'll add a ground power unit. close the door. And we'll get things rolling. Get out my checklist for the Eclipse. Eclipse 550. Alright, fuel is checked. Epis economy is checked. Let's get some lights going. So we'll do our nav light. And I guess battery would probably help. There we go. I got some lights. Let's get our AWAS. Let me find the AWAS again. Let me see. Move that up there. Move that there. All right, AWAS is 124.17. Which one of these we got? 124.17. Transfer. I'll monitor that. 124.175.
Altura's weather.
There we go.
Wind light and variable. Visibility 9.
3041.
Sky clear. Temperature -4. Dew point -6. Altimeter 3041.
Wind is light and variable. Altimeter is 3041. Let's switch that out. And the elevation here is what is it? 824. Elevation's 4,400, so we're right on the money there. So that is a good check. As long as you're within 70, you're okay. We are definitely there. All right, so we got that. Let's enter in our flight plan. So we are at 824. Well, that sucks. See, that's stupid. That's not proper. You don't put a K for whatever. It worked. And then we're just going to use holds waypoint as a waypoint. And then our destination is KGOO, which is Nevada County. So that's our very short flight plan. And the closest VOR to us, there's a few of them, but that's the one I want to use for our call out, because that is in the direction that we're going. Looks like it's 72 miles south of us. Sam, hey yo. What's up, Sam? Alright, so we'll put that one. We'll make this active nav2. And so we'll do nav2. So I'll leave that up. I'm doing an ultra long haul and I'm going completely, and I'm Googling completely useless information. Well, that's what happens when you do long hauls. It comes with the territory. When I do a long haul, it's usually in my Concorde when I fly across the pond. And it only takes 2 hours for me to get across the ocean. So I just, I live stream it and then I sit in my living room and I'll watch the progression on my laptop. I just don't do long hauls. My stuff, my flights are battery on, battery off, usually 2 hours, 15 minutes tops. And that includes the flight planning and stuff like that, because sure, I could do all the flight planning and just bang it out and take off, but you guys that like watching, I mean, I upload these things to YouTube and people they like the information I give in the beginning, so I know it's boring to some people, but it helps others, so that's why I do it. All right, flight plan is entered. Don't need clearance, but we're gonna punch in our CTAF, which is 123. So that's our CTAF, and we're gonna use Oakland Center 128.8 as our, that's when we call up to get our IFR in the air. I've got 22 hours and 47 minutes left. Oh my God. You're not literally at the flight deck, are you? I mean, you wouldn't sit there for that long. I wouldn't think. That's definitely a long haul. Are you doing it for a virtual airline? Like you're getting credit for it? Or are you just like doing long hauls? Squawk standby. So we're gonna do VFR, which is 1200. Leave that on standby for a moment. And we'll say 1200 for our altitude to call in our IFR. 2,000 feet per minute. The flight director heading vertical speed, got that set up. I'm in another room. I'm just doing it because I can. Oh, okay. What airplane are you using for a long haul like that? It's got to be a pretty big airplane. I'm going to get sleep tonight, then land tomorrow. Does the flight pause at your top of descent? Because I know some programs and even some ACARs will allow the sim to pause, so that way you don't like overshoot your top of descent. It doesn't do that. There might be a plug-in or something you can get. I haven't really looked into that, but if ACARs, I know there's ACARs out there, like my FedEx ACARs, I think has that functionality to where you can just pause it, or well, it will pause automatically. So, but yeah, what airplane are you doing for that? Is it a 747 or something? I time it so I wake up at least 1 hour away from descent. Oh, that'll work. That'll work. All right, let's get our beacon light on. Get things going. We will get rid of the ground power unit. We'll use the battery for start this time. So we'll do engine start, battery switch on, and then we'll crank on engine 2. Using the A350 with a 24,000 nautical mile range. I got the 350. I like that. Are you using the Flight Factor A350? That's the one I have. Matter of fact, I'm probably going to fly that this evening. I don't do that anywhere near that type of distance. When I fly that, I usually do like 280 nautical miles. That's my long haul. Okay, we got a good engine start on 2, so we'll start engine 1. The A350 is made by a friend of mine. Oh, sweet. Does it have all the glass cockpit like the Flight Factor one does? It's pretty awesome that someone has the ability to do that. It's based on the Flight Factor. No, nothing wrong with that. All right, so we'll turn on our generator because that will help. And let me see. Cabin pressure is norm. Oxygen good. Check these lights. Oops. Okay. I feel like I'm forgetting something. So cabin pressure, did that. It's got a glass cockpit and full cabin. Oh, that's awesome. That's freaking awesome. All right, let's go ahead and squawk mode Charlie. Altitude reporting. VFR. We'll, we got our map. We have terrain if we need that. And we'll put the flight plan over here. Push this out to about 30 miles. And we are due flaps to take off. Flaps set for takeoff. We'll do taxi lights and reco lights on. And we are ready to roll. Alright, we got controls works, so we're good there. And the weather, let's get the weather again, just to make sure.
Altura's weather. Wind light and variable.
Winds are still the same.
Sky clear. Temperature -4.
Okay, so that's good. He basically took a Flight Factor model, not the actual plane, but the model and stuff, and edited the fuel cap to 320 tons and decreased passenger capacity to 176 people and added some coding. So he made it to where you could actually fly longer distances. That was smart. Took him 6 weeks to finish. Wow. That's pretty good considering it takes years for you know, a normal developer to get airplanes done, like the Rotate MD-11, for example, is just taking forever, but they have a high fidelity you know, airplane. All right, so we are going to take off. Let's take off runway 23, so that would be going right to left. What's the name of this place again? California Pines. California Pines traffic, Eclipse 139, taxiing to runway, back taxiing to runway 23, California Pines traffic. All right, let's push on up. He calls it the A350 extra LR or extra long. Yeah, that's great. Especially, I'm stuck. Get out of the dirt. Especially for guys like you that enjoy long hauls. That's, you know, an awesome thing to have. Because there's quite a few, there's a lot of people out there that enjoy doing long haul flights. I see them on, you know, VATSIM all the time. Let me turn my strobes on. That way you stand out a little bit more when you're on the runway. But yeah, there's just a huge amount of people that enjoy doing that. I'm not one of them, but there's quite a few. Like you look on VATSIM, the map, or I use VATtastic. I'm flying on PilotEdge right now, but evenings I usually do VATSIM stuff. And there's always people crossing the pond at all hours of the day and night. So yeah, there's a huge amount of interest in that for sure. All right. Need all the space we can get. You're actually a girl, by the way? Yeah, well, that's cool. That's also another, I think you've been on one of my live streams before. I remember talking to you, but it makes it difficult without you streaming or something without the video, because your name that you use, but you probably had that name for a long time. I mean, I know Sam is also a girl's name, but yeah, it does make it tricky for people to know that you're a girl with the name of Sam, because it's predominantly a guy's name, I think. All right, let's do. I guess I should have my landing lights on before. Everything is good. Everything is green. We are good. Taking off runway 23. California Pines traffic. Eclipse 139 taking off runway 23 for a straight out departure. California Pines traffic. All right. So we're going to do starters to continuous for our takeoff. Our trim is set. Let's go. Takeoff power is set, 101 and 2. And we're on our way. Rotate at about 95 knots. Rotate. Trim this out a little bit. All right, gear is up. Flaps are coming out. Start making a turn here, heading toward our destination. Sam is short for Samantha in my case. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that is a normal shortening of that name for sure. All right, so I guess I'll do autopilot on. Climbing out pretty good. Gear and flaps are up. We'll do starters back to normal. So, do you fly online? Are you doing it on VATSIM, these long hauls, to where you have to talk to ATC and, you know, go by the rules and all that stuff? Switch to I'll go to Oakland Center when I get to our altitude. See if I have a DME yet. Nope, it's not picking it up yet. Is it 109? Yeah, 109. Once that picks up, I'll be able to give a location. But yeah, I remember having a similar discussion with you a while ago about flying online and stuff. And if I remember that you don't fly online, just because you do these long hauls and it would be it'd be difficult. Well, I guess eventually this will pick up frequency. Heading to Grass Valley. I may have to use a different VOR because that one's still not picking up. It's easy enough to change if we do. Switch our frequencies. Coming up to 12.5, so let's do nearest VOR. That is the closest one. And maybe it's not the right frequency. Yeah, it's the right frequency. It's got a range of 195 miles. Let's try nav 1 instead. Nope, that made no difference. So let's climb higher then. 12, 13, 14. We'll do 165, 2000 vertical speed. Let's try that. Sometimes you just have to get higher. Should pick it up. That's the only VOR out here. Guess I can turn off my landing and taxi lights now. This is ridiculous. It's not picking it up. Let's see. Susanville Muni is SVE. I guess I could. Oh, there it goes. It just finally picked up. Figured out how to get higher. So we're 48 miles from it. So we're at 48 miles. All right, let's try calling Oakland now. All right. Am I on the right frequency? 128.8? Yeah. Good afternoon, Oakland Center, Eclipse 1399 VFR at 16,500. I'm about 46 miles of the Amity VOR, Alpha Hotel Charlie, with request. Too far away. Alright, let's do 273 and we'll do that. Just go to guard since he couldn't hear me. I wonder if Seattle, no, I don't know. Oakland Center on guard, Eclipse 1399 VFR at 16,500. Oh, this is ridiculous.
Mr. Making your request on guard. I'm sorry, the frequency is too busy to take requests on guard. Contact the appropriate center frequency if you're able.
Oh, jeez. Alright, let's see if...
935, clear visual for runway 35 left. Contact tower 133.3.
Oakland Center, Eclipse 1399 VFR, how do you copy?
This 1399er, Oakland Center, it's a bit staticky. Block 1437, say request.
1437, I'm at 16,500. I am 36 miles northeast from the Amity VOR. I'd like to pick up my IFR to Nevada County Airport, 1399. 1437.
November 1 lane uniform, contact Phoenix departure.
Must be in no man's land or something.
Oakland Center, Walker 431. Can I step out of the flight deck for about 5 minutes?
Number 751 lane uniform, Phoenix departure at our contact, maintain VFR. 935 approach, you still here? Yeah, 935, you're set up for the wrong runway. Yeah, 935, you're still with Denver approach, you're on the wrong runway, stay in tension.
Procedure. I don't want the... That makes no sense. Alright, I guess we'll do...
November 1016 Bravo on the left downwind runway 20, cleared to land. Wind 340 at 4.
Alright. I didn't realize the ATC was going to be so bad, you know, being able to actually hear them. My first clue was when you could barely pick up the VOR. And Oakland 617 Lima Yankee, how you doing? AHC seems to be near Victor 452, which has an MEA of 14, which is why you couldn't pick up the VOR at a lower altitude. Oh yeah, well that makes sense. I knew I had to climb because it wasn't working like you had noticed lower, so I knew climbing will sometimes help that out. And he hasn't even said radar contact, speaking of other comms. Oakland Center, Eclipse 1399, were you able to pick me up on radar? I always get anxious when I can't pick up a VOR.
Level 139er ITA, but I have to do radar paperwork. Give me just one moment. You said you're looking for IFR to, is it Golf Oscar Oscar?
Affirmative, Golf Oscar Oscar 1399.
Level 139er radar contact 31 miles now west of the Amity VOR. Altitude indicates 16,500. I think you checked in. Just verify that. You're cleared to the Golf Oscar Oscar Airport via direct climbing mainscape level 220.
Altitude checks cleared to Golf Oscar Oscar direct climb maintain flight level 220. Eclipse 1399, thanks.
Walker 431, contact Oakland Center 127.45.
All right.
127.45 for Walker 431.
Number 20946, contact
But,
Salt Lake City Center
yeah, so
125.7.
most of my stuff, you know, these days it's all RNAV, so I don't really worry about picking up VORs, but some guys really enjoy the
Oakland Center,
flying
Walker
slant
431
alpha,
with you through 310 for 350.
which is, you know,
Walker 431, Oakland
using
Center
VOR to VOR and Victor Airways and all that stuff. But that's slowly going away from what I understand.
Number 20946, Salt Lake Center, Roger, Salt Lake City altimeter.
Keep this no slower than 240 in our climb.
2039.
Bring that up. We're 18,000. Go to standard. 240 IAS mode.
Number 946, closer to your destination, the Manti altimeter 3031.
2031.
But yeah, I tried the guard channel earlier just because the frequency on the Oakland was so horrible. I thought guard would be better, but it wasn't any better. I thought that would be loud and clear.
2548 Tango Bozeman Tower, thanks
I
for
think
Sierra
the frequency will get better as I climb too. And then as I get closer to our destination, it should get better as well. And AWOS for Nevada County, which is Golf Oscar Oscar, is 121.32. So let's get rid of that and do K GOO. Uh, 121. $121.32.5.
Walker 429, contact Oakland Center 127.45.
And Nevada County is 122.
127.45, Walker 429.
So now he's coming in a lot clearer.
Oakland Center, Walker 429, climbing through 36,500 for 37,000.
Walker 429, Oakland Center.
CTAF entered.
Number 8 Mike Tango, runway 12, clear to land, wind calm.
I read in the notes that 25 has a downgrade. So we want to land 25, even though RNAV is 7, but the wind is calm, or at least it was earlier.
Clear to land.
So I'm going to plan on doing left traffic. So we'll fly over, enter for left traffic.
Number 1 Lima uniform, contact Albuquerque Center.
So we got wind socks all over the place, so we should be able to check it out. Meanwhile, it's a pretty scenic flight, I'll give it that.
Walker 169 Jackson, ground standby.
I'm like 20 miles away from this freaking airport. All that messing around.
1 Lima uniform, Albuquerque Center, Deer Valley, altimeter 3005.
All that messing around didn't really give me enough time to adequately climb to this altitude.
16 Bravo right turn and into the ramp via Mike, this frequency. Have a good day.
Still on heading. So let's change this
Open Center, November
to that.
5996, likely cancel IFR, 32 kilowatts. William, Lima, William.
What does this plane have for VNAV? It doesn't have any.
Number
That's
5996 kilo IFR cancellation.
Really the only complaint that I have with this plane is the fact that it doesn't have a VNAV capability to it. You just have to do old school calculation, which I have a
Walker 169 Jackson, ground
calculator for
Boeing
that.
Airport.
Precision descent
Alpine
profile online calculator.
Idaho Falls transition.
And let me see, the elevation of the airport is 3157, so we'll just say 4,000.
Departure Salt Lake City Center,
initial altitude is 22,000. Target altitude, we'll say 4,000. Distance, we'll say, I don't know, 30 miles. And speed, 230. Compute 3,000 foot per minute descent at 30 miles. So let's do 30 miles.
Walker 169 on the Alpine 2 departure is Idaho Falls transition, and then as filed, and squawk 2266, 2266.
So we can go holds here, and then we'll do
Walker 169 read back.
nav, and then
number 139er descend and maintain 12,000, and the cap altimeter 3020.
Descend and maintain 12,000, 3020, 1399. All right, we're gonna fall out of the sky here, and I went the wrong way. Let's try this again. All right, I'm bouncing all over the place because I had the throttle full force. All right, now I'm descending to 12,000. And I'm just going to go idle because we're on top of the airport at this point. Once I get to 12,000, we'll just cancel the IFR and we'll switch to CTAF. So for VNAV, the only VNAV this thing has is the banana bar, which see right here, that blue line. So that blue line will tell you approximately, you know, where you'll be, or you'll be at 12,000 feet by the blue line. So that's the only VNAV that this plane has, other than using like the calculator I used. But it actually, that's online calculator. So yeah, this little banana bar is your only option.
169 Jackson, ground runway 19er, taxi via Alpha.
3020. So we'll do 3020. Punch that in there. There's no icing to worry about. There's no ILS, no approach frequencies. So we're pretty much set up. This plane is super simple. Hardest part of this flight was just the ATC aspect of it.
Number 139er contact, NorCal approach 127.4.
NorCal approach 127.4, 1399. 127.4. NorCal approach. Eclipse 1399, leaving 17,200 for 12,000. And the
Number 139er NorCal approach, Roger, Nevada County, altimeter 3017. Let me know when you have the weather and request.
Current with weather, just visual to the airport, 1399. It's
Number 139er, descend and maintain 7,000.
Descend and maintain 7,000, 1399er.
Number 139er, turn left heading 150, vectors for descent.
Left turn 150, vectors for descent, 1399er.
Who would request a step away?
150. And Unicom 122.725. So we got Unicom set. And we'll keep dropping down here to 7,000. Wonder if I can see the airport right off her right wing. Well, I guess that sticks out, huh? With the Orbix. So I guess that's 25. It'd be a left traffic, so he'll probably spin me around to the left, and we'll just enter for left downwind for runway 25. Looks like we'll back taxi to whatever that mess is. No, 25 is, wait a minute, what's my, no, 25 is, I was wrong. Runway 25 is that way, so we might just do a straight in runway 25.
Thank you. Walker 431, contact Salt Lake City Center 128.72.
See how it pans out, but that's 25 right there. Okay. Even the GTN 750 doesn't give you a targeted vertical speed. No, this one doesn't, because it's kind of like, it's not the Reality XP one, so it doesn't have
November 139er, turn right heading 260, descend and maintain 5,000.
Right turn 260, descend maintain 5,000, 1399. But yeah, so it doesn't have the VNAV capability. VCalc, see, it's like blacked out. So this is not the Reality XP one. The Reality XP 750, which I use in my King Air and my my Cessna 310, that has it, but this thing doesn't. And that's been on like the wish list for many people for a long time. So that's 25, so we'll enter
139er to the airport,
45.
just off your right side now, about 2 to 3 o'clock and 5.5 miles.
I have the field, Eclipse 1399. We can cancel IFR, I appreciate it.
139er, roger, no traffic observed between you and your destination. Radar services are terminated with your cancellation. Squawk and maintain VFR, frequency change approved.
Squawk can maintain VFR, frequency change approved, 139, we'll see it. We're sound to 5,000, we got that airport, and pattern altitude is...
Jackson Tower, Walker 169, holding short, 19er. Walker 169, Jackson Tower, runway 19er, cleared for takeoff, wind 2006. Cleared for takeoff, 19er, Walker 169.
We'll just stay 5,000's fine. So we're going to enter at a 45, left down, around wind. Alright, landing lights are on. We're going to go to takeoff for flaps. We're going to switch to CTAF, and we're going to switch to VFR. And we're good now. This place is called Nevada County. 122.725.
Nevada Co-Air Park information.
3018.
1900 Zulu weather. Wind light and variable.
Winds are light.
Visibility more than 10. Sky clear.
Okay. The airport's behind us, so autopilot off. Nevada County traffic, Eclipse 139. Be entering a 45, left downwind, runway 25, Nevada County traffic. Alright, so we'll just make it an easy 4,500. Do ignition to continuous. I haven't flown this thing in a very long time, so that's my excuse for horrible handling of it. Just to make sure the yaw damper is off. Nevada County traffic, Eclipse 139, entering left downwind, runway 25, Nevada County. It's like on top of a hill. Got flaps half. So the elevation again for the airport is 31. So on base, I want to go down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 35, about 3,600. So we're going to lose 1,000 feet in the base. All right, it's 25. Let's drop the gear. Nevada County traffic, Eclipse 139, turning left base, runway 25, Nevada County. Alright, so about 35 here. Do 90 knots over the numbers. That seems higher than 30. It's 31. I guess that's about, it just looks different. It looks like it's higher than what it should be. All right, we're at 120 knots. We'll go flaps full. Nevada County traffic, Eclipse 139, turning final, runway 25, full stop, Nevada County. It's such a weird looking airport, top of this hill. Depth perception is really weird. But it'd be easier if it was VR. Wind is 4 knots, pretty much right down the runway. What a tiny runway. Might as well just land on a taxiway. It's about the same width. Yeah, the elevation's right. Just doesn't look that way.
400, 300.
Got one red, one white, so I'm on the 3% glide path or slope or whatever you want to call it.
200.
See if I can clear these trees. Looks like I'm going to be 90 knots over the numbers. I'm right about there. There we go.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
And we're down. And brakes. You want at least 4,000 feet of runway for this thing to have enough time to stop. Flaps out. Ignition back to a normal. We are done. It wasn't bad for FS economy, but I sure as heck would not want to do this as a repeated flight because it was visually, aesthetically nice looking, but for ATC purposes, it sucked. Nevada County traffic, Eclipse 139, exited the runway, taxiing to parking, Nevada County. All right, let's turn off our landing lights and our strobes. Flaps are up. Guess we'll just try to find a spot between these guys. So I'll just pull in here. Welcome to the hangar FBO. I wonder if that's not the real name. I looked up the FBOs. They don't have names here. All right, brake is on. Taxi light off. Runway lights, beacon. We'll turn off the engine. Left and right. Turn off our beacon light. And turn off the nav lights. Turn off pressurization. Make sure that's, well, it's already 0, but it's fine. We'll turn off all these things. And we'll open our door. You can also use this. It has the AV tab thing. So it does both. It's also, this is an excellent airplane for VR. It's just excellent because everything is touchscreen and the touchscreens work in VR. So if anyone likes VR, I have VR, but it's really hard on my neck, the weight of it, so I don't wear it anymore. I'm probably going to end up selling it, which is unfortunate because I put a lot of money into that. Speaking of money, FS economy, finish flight. Okay. And put the weight back in there. We'll sign offline and we'll do a replay.
Disconnected.
finish that. So the landing was only negative 64 feet per minute, so that works. All right. So landing on a hill. Landing replay. You read my mind, or I read yours. If you had read my mind, it would have been a very short book. Wouldn't have been very fun. I'm going to do a replay from tower view as well.
400, 300.
This would be a pretty cool airport to fly into in a real world. Or maybe when Microsoft Flight Simulator gets their act together, which I have, I just don't use it because right now it's not very good. But eventually this might be a cool airport to fly into in Microsoft. See the ortho is stock ortho there. That's a nice touchdown. The other thing about this plane is it does not have reversers. So that's the other reason you got to make sure that whichever airport you land at has at least a 4,000 foot runway. Now this is made by Arabesque. The next business jet I'm going to get is going to be the Arabesque Falcon 8X. I'm really looking forward to that airplane. I'm going to be flying the heck out of that once it comes out. I'm hoping it will come out by Christmas, but I'm not holding my breath. They use the, whatever that is called, to get the smoke in the engine smoke. It's really well done. We will click on that. Add our tie down. It's got a little cargo there. I think if you add, see, if you remove the luggage, then it stays on the cart. But as you add it, see, it's pretty neat. It's the little things, right? All right, guys. Let me see. Let me make sure FS Economy took. Which it did. Yay, I got paid. Torque Sim is coming out with a Citation and Hot Start with a Challenger. Yes, you're right. Unfortunately, I like both. I have the TBM, and I'm happy with the TBM, even though right now it's broken. The localizer won't show up. But if I wanted to go through the trouble, I could join the Discord and request the beta, which fixes that. But I'm in no rush. And Torque Sim, I own that guy's Moonies, and he's a very nice guy. His name is Coop, I believe. But honestly, I have a very big problem with X Aviation, and the guy that runs that is just a bully, and he's very, very rude to his customers. And because those guys sell their airplanes on his website, I'm not going to buy them. And the only time I would go against, that is if there's a plane that comes out that I just absolutely love and have to have. but there's enough developers out there to where I can pretty much get what I want without having to buy from that store. But you're right. TorqueSim and HotStart, they're very talented developers, and I would highly recommend anybody buy that stuff. It's just my own personal thing. I can't stand the owner of X Aviation. I'm not going to say his name. I'm not going to do that. But anyone that can look it up and look in the forums and pretty much figure out who the owner is, and he's just a bully, and he treats his customers with total disrespect and without dignity. So I refuse to give him a single penny of my money, and I put thousands of dollars into this sim, and he is just the worst when it comes to the way he treats his customers. So that's an opinion. That's not fact. That's just how I feel. And I'm not. If anyone wants good airplanes, then that's actually a good place to go buy them because the TBM is awesome. TorqueSim, Mr. Coop, the owner of that place, is really good. So I highly recommend buying stuff from that website, but I just can't. All right, guys, I'm going to figure out my evening's flight. I'm going to fly the A350. It's going to be a little bit of a longer haul, so another reason I made this a shorter flight. So I'm going to go take a break, and I will catch up with you guys later. Appreciate the talk, Mr. 7 Lima Yankee, and we will see you all next time. Miss Sam, if you're still there, we'll see you next time. So y'all take care. Thanks for hanging out. Chase out.
Skywest 5830 CL.
Yes, Skywest 5860, reduce speed to 210.
Slow to 210, Skywest 5860.
Approach Skywest 5830 is 15,300, descending via the ski 1, 250 knots now on the speed, then publish speeds after that.
Skywest 5830, Denver approach, roger. United 2285, flighting 060, vector tunnel approach course, descend and maintain 2000.
060 down to 12, United 2285.
5148 has the airport in sight.
Skywest 5148, heading 325 to join final cleared visual approach, runway 35 right.
325, cleared visual 35 right, Skywest 5148.
Denver will be 1 o'clock and 18 miles.
Under 9,000 field in sight, United 1067.
United 1067, cleared visual approach, runway 34 right.
Visual 34 right, United 1067. Approach Skywest 5861, 6,000, ascending via, and we're slowing to 210.
Skywest 5860, Denver approach, roger.
West of Greeley 7,500, Denver altimeter 3009er, say request.
United 1558, contact Denver Tower 128.75 today.
120.75, United 1558, good day.
.706 Romeo Alpha, standby. Delta 1221, Denver departure, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 230. 3.
170 or greater to France, tower 133.3, Skywest 5148.
24, descend and maintain 10,000, no delay in the descent, please.
24.
706 Romeo Alpha, roger, approved as requested, practice approach approved, information, Delta current at NOCO.
290.